Tensions continue to grow between car makers and the United Auto Workers Union. More than 100,000 U.S. auto workers are expected to go on strike this week if automakers Stellantis, General Motors, and Ford fail to meet worker demands. Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian has more on this story. Pras, all three proposals from the big three are in. So where do workers stand as the deadline for September 14th looms?
Yeah, so there's different progression with different automakers as to where they stand. So right now, it's going to be a lot of numbers here. So let's start off with Stellantis. So Stellantis is the latest to submit their proposal on Friday. Here's what they said. They basically are doing a total of 4.5% in wage increases over the course of a contract, not right away. So that's a little different than what Ford and GM are offering. $6,000 one-time inflation protection payment there in the first year of the contract, and $4,500 in bonuses across 3 years. So they're spreading that other inflation or cost of living protection across the course of the contract. And then there's the big part, Brad, is there's supplemental, which are part-time workers, and also the in-progress workers who are going to become full-time, sort of fully vested union workers there. And what they want to do there is increase the part-time workers pay from about $16 to $20 an hour, so like a good 25% raise there. But then also for the in-progress employees, shorten that timeline from 6 to 8 years to get to that full tier sort of compensation. So that's what they're offering now. So as of this morning, Stellantis said that they have been negotiating with the UAW over the weekend. The UAW has sent them a counteroffer. They're looking at that now. They might release a second proposal this morning, at some point this morning.
And then we've got Ford and GM also.
Yeah.
How different are their proposals?
So big picture, GM and Ford are sort of offering more money up front as opposed to what Stellantis is offering. So in GM's case, about 16% up front, a $6,000 one-time inflation payment, another $5,000 inflation protection payment over the course of the contract, 3 to 4 years usually. And then for all employees, a $5,000 ratification bonus, in addition to sort of wage increases for part-time workers and in-progress workers that are sort of becoming full-time workers. So you see that happening. The UAW, for its part, called the GM proposal trash, but we do know that both sides, we're understood they both are still negotiating behind the scenes right now. So this is a lot of posturing here. Ford's proposal is pretty much the same as what GM's offering, just a little bit slight changes with compensation and bonuses in terms of also compensation stuff with.
So just quickly, what do we know then about the gap that currently exists between the automakers and the UAW in negotiating? How likely is it that we're going to get an agreement this week, bottom line?
Most people say that there's likely going to be a strike at one or all the automakers. So if you're looking at what the UAW has said publicly, they want a 40% increase in pay. They want tiered compensation to go away. They want cost of living increases to be sort of built into the package. And they want defined pension plan. Now, this is what they're saying. It doesn't mean they're going to get that or they really want all these things. They would love it, but they're not going to get it. So that's sort of the spread where we're at. Automakers talking about 15, 20% increases. They want 40. So that's where we're working in between there somewhere. I don't think we're going to get a defined pension plan. That's not going to happen, but we'll probably get some potential cost of living system built in for them, and maybe the tiered compensation, that sort of window kind of shrinking.
And we have talked at length about the economic impact if that strike does happen,
Right,
Pras.
right.
Thank you so much, Pras Subramanian, covering the strike for us if and when it does happen.